Hi everyone, so welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Abigail and I make videos about special needs and health issues and feeding tubes. So it is Thursday night. Today I went to the heart doctor because like over a year ago I had like a test on my heart, and something about the test showed up a little bit different. Not like bad, but just like a little different than they expected. So they wanted me to follow up and get it checked out, like further get it checked out. So I already had my feeding tube surgery, and that was all good. Besides, my J tube is too long. I'll have to get that replaced. But they let me go ahead and have my surgery, and well, actually it was considered a procedure, and I went to the heart doctor today because it's been like I said, like a little over a year since I had that test. And the heart doctor comes in, and the lady was really, really rude. First of all, like, we told her like what had happened since we've seen her, because before I was gonna get this other surgery, I'm sorry, it locked up. Before the last time we saw her, I was gonna get this like other surgery done, but it didn't end up working out. They couldn't finish it. So then I ended up getting a feeding tube. And we told the lady that I ended up getting a feeding tube because of my health struggles, and I was losing a lot of weight and that whole story. And she was just like, I don't know, she was just kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. She had this attitude of like, everything that's wrong is my fault type of attitude. And they weigh me, they take my blood pressure, all that. Everything looks good. And she was like, so how's your like exercise been going? Like, how far can you walk since your surgery? And I said, well, I've been, walking around my room a couple times a day, but I haven't been able to like go for a walk because I'm still really sore and I don't want to overdo it. And she was like, oh, that won't work. And I'm like, what do you mean that won't work? And she's like, oh, like, what I mean is you need to be walking like 30 to 40 minutes a day. And I'm like, but I'm very sore. Like, me going from like the car to a grocery store to back in the car makes me hurt. And so I was trying to explain it. We were trying to explain to this lady that we're like, are you sure? Because like a 30-minute walk sounds like a long time. And she's like, oh yeah, you definitely need to be doing more. And see, what else did she say? she was just like, I don't know, it really felt like that whatever I was doing um was like the wrong thing to do. And I do have a home health nurse that comes once a week, and I've talked to her before about how far I've been walking and stuff and my healing process, and she's like, it looks good. Like, yeah, I can see that you're still sore, but you're walking around as much as you can, so it's fine. And this was the thing that really made me kind of a little mad, was that she looked at my test results from like a year ago and was like, I think you need to be put on some heart medication. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, well, where are you getting that from? She's like, there's something wrong with your heart. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, what do you mean by that? Like, what's wrong with it? And she couldn't exactly point out to us what we needed to do about it, but she's like, something is definitely wrong. And we're like, I haven't recently gotten a heart, like an echo on my heart, or whatever test, or whatever that test is called. And I was like, I had a test on my heart like a little over a year ago. Are you sure that you're not, looking at the old results? And she like looks up at the date and she's like, oh, my bad. That was like a little over a year ago. So she was like looking at my old results. And she's like, what have you been doing about vitamins? And I was like, I haven't been taking vitamins. I was like, my formula covers like the vitamins that I need. And my home health nurse, she said it was up to me whether I wanted to take vitamins or not, because my formula covers all that I need. And this doctor looks at me and she's like, well, that's not going to work. And I'm like, what do you mean that's not going to work? And she's like, no, you need to take vitamins by mouth. And I'm just like, but my formula covers like all of my nutrition. My home health nurse basically said that the only thing that I need by mouth is what is it called? Fluids. So I can drink like anything I want to stay hydrated. But as far as my nutrition goes, my formula should cover everything. Because I've asked my home health nurse before if I need to take vitamins, and not only did I ask her, but I think I also have asked like other doctors, and they were like, well, your formula covers your vitamins, so it's okay. And so that's what I've heard from like, other doctors, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that my formula covers all the vitamins I need. And she wasn't happy about it at all. And she's like, I think you need to go get blood like today. And I'm like, for what? And she's like, your legs are super white. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? And like, and so like after I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? She's like, well, that probably means you're not either getting enough sun, and if you're not getting enough sun, that means that your vitamin D is low. And I'm like, I mean, I don't mind giving blood, but like, I didn't think I had problems with my vitamin D levels. I mean, I've been doing better, with my health since I've been on a feeding tube. And she's like, no, you need to give blood like today. And we're like, I think they might be closed for lunch. anyways, it was either go to the emergency room to give blood or come back in like, I think it was like 30 minutes or something. So we went to go run an errand and go back. I gave blood, and then they put my results online, on my little like report review thing, and it said that my vitamin level was fine, at least on that. And so I don't know, I almost felt like that this lady was like trying to find a problem. That's kind of how I took it. She also wanted me to take heart medicine, and I'm like, well, why do I need to take medicine for my heart? And she could not find a good enough reason. She's just like, oh, because your heart is not regular. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, like, you mean like my results from like a year ago where it was just a little bit off? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, so we're not gonna do any kind of testing to like see if that's even something we need to do, because I'm getting a lot of vitamins now. And it just really felt like I was like, every question we had, it was very like, she was very like trying to correct us, and it was like she was the only one in the right. And it's like she was trying to talk us into doing a medication or doing something extreme like that without having a good reason. And I'm like, I understand if in the very far future, if I have to be on a heart medication for some reason, then okay. But if I'm not having any problems with my heart, which I'm not, that test was like over a year ago, I'm like, unless I see a heart doctor that I get a test and it comes back really bad and I absolutely have to get on medication, then sure. But I'm gonna make 100% sure that I need to before I do. And me and my mom agreed that it was that lady. It wasn't my fault. It's not my fault I have health issues. It's not my fault that you know, things have happened the way they have. And I don't want to put myself in a dangerous situation. So I gave blood. My vitamin D came back good, which basically means that even if I was low on a vitamin in the past, that it's at a good level now. At least my vitamin D is. I think that's the only thing I got tested for today. But I think it was like a while back, before I got on a feeding tube, I think at one point my vitamin D was low and I used to take vitamin D. But my formula that I'm on, it covers vitamin D, which is why it's okay now. But anyways, that lady was just very correcting and kind of like, she feels like she knows it all, kind of, I guess. And I don't know, I found her to be very rude and not very understanding. And I'm not sure that she doesn't understand my exact case or if she really didn't care to understand. But anyways, we have decided that we're gonna go to a different heart doctor and have them look at me, probably, because this lady is very pushy about her opinion, and I don't want to be putting myself in a dangerous situation when this lady is trying to push me into taking heart medication that I don't think I even need. So I think we might be getting a second opinion, But anyways, that's the interesting story for today. So yeah, it was definitely a crazy day, but I will talk to y'all when I can, and see y'all soon. Bye everyone.